Hi guys, we are all worried about the current petrol price in Nigeria. Why are we still suffering for petrol when Dangote Refinery has started working? In this video, we are going to highlight the various issues that the Dangote Refinery is going through. But meanwhile, before then, we are going to show you the compilation of video of what we are to expect from the Dangote Refinery and what the refinery hope to bring and how it hope to benefit the whole Nigeria and as a whole and Africa. We are going to highlight the various problems that is affecting the effectiveness of the Dangote Refinery, the role of the NNPCL and the role of NNPC, and we are going to show you the real facts behind it all. Like, share, and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching.
For very many years, but as I stand with you today, I would like to salute the people of Nigeria and the government of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu for creating the environment for us to thrive and also achieve this monumental task of giving energy to our people for growth, development and prosperity. I think this has been really a very great move, and I think I want to personally also thank Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for creating this idea of Naira for crude and also Naira for the product. Doing that, it will give a lot of stability for the Naira, where now you remove 40% of the demand of dollars in the market, and that will actually stabilize the market. But that's not it. As you know, there's quite a lot of what you call round tripping, where people now do documentation and the fuel does not come into Nigeria, and this is a fact. So right now, as we have this refinery working, it will show the true consumption of Nigeria. We can track every single loaded trucks, and we will try as much as possible to track the loaded ships. Trucks, we can tell you where they are. Just like now in some of the products that we do, we can tell you exactly the consumption pattern and co. But that is a discussion for another day. Today's discussion is just to celebrate and to thank God Almighty for bringing us to this stage of now producing gasoline. And I know that a lot of people have not actually believed that we'll be able to deliver, but we've been able to deliver. I must really thank most especially Mr. DVG Edwin, who is the Vice President Oil and Gas, for having sleepless nights for no vacation. In the last 7 years, he's been to vacation only once. And thank Vice President also, Mr. Kulle Alake, for making sure that everything was perfect. The finances are also in order to be able to meet up with this challenge. And on the commercial side, Fatima, I must thank you also for doing a great job. Congratulations. But most especially, what I keep saying is that we must thank the president and also the government for making this possible. Without their support, there's no way we'll be where we are. So we thank them, and I hope this refinery will actually change the entire dynamics, not only in Nigeria but in sub-Saharan Africa. The capacity that we have will not only meet up with the Nigeria's demand, will meet up the demand of the sub-Saharan Africa at least. So we thank you very much for your support. We will now take you. You can see that this is the sample. This is the sample of the petrol. It might be a little bit you see it like a different color.
Okay, this is what it is. History has been made today from the days when this whole ground was all water and got to the sand filling stages, the piling stages, and tons of engineering and fabrication going on this land. And remember, at some point on this land, this was the biggest industrial construction site in the whole world, with over close to 200 cranes working simultaneously. Today, what I have in my hand is premium motor spirit coming out from the Dangote Refinery. History is being made today, and I'm standing with a man who incidentally has gone grey pursuing this dream, and I'm going to ask him how far he wants to travel after today's achievement. Alaji.
Thank you. Well, how far, there's no limit to how far, we're going to, as a human being, obviously we have ambitions, and I think our own is to make sure that we make our country and Africa proud. So the journey just started, and we'll continue, we'll start. The journey has just started today, you are right. Really, even 5-6 years ago, I don't really have gray hair, but right now, it's history. But we thank God, at least we've been able to deliver. So I can say that, it's a golden gray hair, which I believe it is worth it. And I'm a very, very happy person today. I must thank really, our great team, led by Ms. Edwin, for making this dream, possible. I must thank, also Mr. Alake for giving that support to make sure that this...
And let me just interject and ask how much of support you're getting from the present government, and if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has thrown his weight behind what you're doing here today.
Well, I'm coming to that, so, and also to thank, my family, not only because some of them, they work with me, but because they've gone through tough times, by not seeing me, by not spending time with them, for being very, very understanding, my own friends that are around. But most of my appreciation will go to, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his government for giving us all the support. People can have different perceptions, but without the support of the government, we will not be here. That's what I keep saying. And I want to put on record that I want to thank the governor of Lagos, because he has done a marvelous job by giving us all the support. 10 years ago, there was almost nothing here. But this is what you call a dream. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, then the governor of Lagos, dreamt about establishing this in about almost 18-20 years ago, and nobody thought about coming here. Actually, my first time here was just to come and look at the land. This was 2015. I've never ever been to this area of Lagos, but you can see what a dream can actually do. So I must thank him, and I pray and hope his own dream that, we used to, push Lagos up the ladder. Okay, he will apply 10 times that, on which I know he's trying. He will apply 10 times that in the federal government's, operations.
Okay, let me just ask you quickly. This is PMS coming out from the Dangote Refinery. You did promise us, you did tell me severally, what we've been visiting here in the last 7 to 8 years, that when this happens, it's going to be Euro 5, which is the highest quality of PMS you can find around the world. Can I readily put this in my car and begin to run?
Yes, you can put it in your car and begin to run. And it will actually save your engine. It will give your engine the best performance. It will not be the normal one. And you can even see our diesel. Our diesel is very light. It's like water. So which people have never ever seen before. But that is what we call Euro 5 diesel. Our diesel now is about, is less than even 30 ppm, which is great. and we'll keep pushing. We'll get to 10 ppm.
Okay, so finally from me, I'm so excited to hold this, but it will be more interesting if we can drive this supply and distribution down into the countryside, down on the streets, into the cars, into the engines. I can see your gantry positions here, 177 tanks for storage, and beginning to wonder how soon can we have all these trucks crisscross the streets of Lagos and supply petrol and
our gasoline can be, that is PMS, can be in filling stations in the next 48 hours, depending on NNPC.
Would you want to comment on pricing? How much would you sell per liter of this PMS?
On PMS, what I told you, it is an arrangement which is designed and approved by Federal Executive Council, led by His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. As soon as it is finalized, which he is pushing, once we finish with NNPC, it can be today, it can be tomorrow, we are ready to roll into the market.
In 28 years, we are having a petrol PMS, premium motor spirits, being produced in Nigeria. And with me, of course, I have the president himself of the Dangote Group, as well as Fatima Dangote and Mr. Edwin Devakoma. These are very familiar faces, of course, but we're quite pressed for time. So I just want to ask, let's just capture your sentiment on what this moment represents for you as a group. I know a lot of work is happening. You've had a colorful last few months, but let's talk about what this represents. Of course, you're holding the very liquid gold right now.
Well, this represents, a very historic, monumental, achievement, which I think I must congratulate the people of Nigeria and the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for giving us all the support to be where we are today. This achievement, really, you are right, in the last 28 years, we haven't really had this sort of achievement, but you can see that even there are some videos of 1974, which we have fuel queues, and those fuel queues, they are still here. This will eliminate all fuel queues in Nigeria. This will improve the health of everybody. This will also make sure that, there is consistent supply to the market. It will also bring the real demand of PMS, no paper transaction. It will also help to make sure that, it corrects this distortion of the Naira, bring stability to the Naira, bring growth, development, and prosperity. So we want to thank Nigerians for being behind us to be where we are today. But this is a very, very historic moment.
It certainly is, and there's so much to look forward to. Of course, you're holding the priced gold here. Fatima, of course, you and Edwin have also been a part of this process. How do you feel about this moment? We spoke earlier, and which I will update our audience later about, when things are going to happen, when it will hit the market. Of course, that's subject to the NNPC, but let's get your brief sentiments on it very quickly.
Well, history has been made. We're really excited, and we're glad and happy to be part of this history and the ones making the history. Is an exciting time for us, and I'm sure it's an exciting time for the whole of Nigeria as well. So we're really excited to be here today to witness this history being made.
Absolutely, and so is the rest of the country. So Edwin, let's just get a quick word from you as to what to expect. Of course, a lot of Nigerians are agog with expectations. The expectations are up there, and I know there's only so much you can say right now, but what can you tell us in terms of what we should look forward to?
Well, to begin with, I will say what you will be seeing today. It's a moment of pride for every Nigerian, every African, and every entrepreneur. You can count with your fingers the number of entrepreneurs who have taken $20 billion, almost his entire wealth, and took a risk and invested in Nigeria just to turn the history around so that you can add value to the product within the country and create employment within the country. So it's a time for every Nigerian, every African to be proud that somebody would take this much of courage and risk to venture in. And about the future, if somebody can do this, he can do much, much more.
Absolutely, no words have been wiser. Of course, you have to leave now, so we're not going to be able to carry on much longer. But of course, we will carry on updating our audience as to developments for today. We've been able to see what the tests have been, and of course, the products. Do you want to just speak to what this is really, and then? Yeah.
This one is the gasoline. This is the PMS. You can see the diesel. Because I'm sure most Nigerians, they have never ever seen this color of diesel. But this is what you call Euro 5 diesel. It's less than 10 ppm. And, that is sulfur-wise. Okay, so this is what will really help, actually, to help the engines, vehicles, you name it, generators. They will last much, much longer. The health of people to the environment will not be polluted. This is the real thing. Euro 5 diesel for the first time in the history of Nigeria.
And of course, you went through some rigorous testing to get to this point. But very briefly, you know me, I'm not going to let you go now. So could you just speak to what exactly were you tested for?
We are actually testing for all parameters. And I think it will be good maybe before you go, you can go and put up a little bit of, I know you've done it before. But you can go with Mr. Edwin, since I'm rushing to the airport, and show you our lab. Our lab actually is not number 2, it's number 1 in the world. And I can, beat my chest and tell you that.
All right. Well, lots to look forward to. We unfortunately have to wrap up. I want to thank you so much.
You have liberated us. That was how the billionaire investor and philanthropist Femi Otedola summarized today's historical flow of petrol or PMS at the Dangote Refinery. Femi Otedola, who himself was a petrochemical industry businessman, praised his friend Aliko Dangote in a 9-paragraph message on X. The Otedola's message reads in part, "My dear brother Aliko," that's how the statement goes. "First and foremost, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to President Bola Tinubu for his unwavering support and belief in actualizing this monumental achievement under his administration. This day belongs to every Nigerian who has dared to dream of a better future. Congratulations to our great nation. Today, we all stand a little taller." Otedola went on to write, "Aliko, it feels just like yesterday, but it has been 25 long years since we first set our landscape sights on transforming Nigeria's energy landscape. I remember vividly when we set up the Blue Star Consortium to acquire stakes in the Kaduna and Port Harcourt refineries, 20% for me and 51% for you. We were ready to change the game, but fate had other plans. The government of the day, in an act I can only describe as utterly obnoxious, cancelled our stakes and thwarted our vision. But as always, you refused to be deterred." Otedola went on to write that while the Kaduna and Port Harcourt refineries have remained dormant, the promise unfulfilled despite billions of dollars spent on so-called turnaround maintenance, you have achieved what many said was impossible. According to Otedola, you have beaten all the skeptics, silenced the naysayers, and proved wrong those who doubted your resolve, even those who never wanted this project to succeed. Femi Otedola added that Dangote has not just built a refinery. He says, "You have liberated us from the chains of economic dependence that have held this nation back for far too long. The days of bowing to foreign powers for our fuel needs are over, thanks to your vision and determination." The 9-paragraph statement continues by Femi Otedola, "You have dealt a death blow to the so-called local cabals who have fattened themselves for years, feeding off our nation's economic slavery. These cabals who have grown rich by keeping Nigeria in a perpetual state of dependence must now face the reality that their era of easy gains is coming to an end." Otedola says, "Now with your refinery in full swing, I foresee a similar fate for fuel imports. The depot owners should take heed. It's time to dismantle those depots and sell them as scraps while the market is still high. The world has changed, and those who do not adapt will be left behind." When I ventured into the depot business with Zenon, it was in response to the inefficiencies of the NNPC. Zenon pioneered the diesel business in Nigeria and quickly became the largest in the country, filling the gaps left by our inefficient system. But today, your refinery stands as a beacon of what is possible when one has the audacity to dream and the tenacity to see it through. Femi Otedola's message concludes, Aliko, you have my deepest admiration and respect. Congratulations to you and the entire board, management, and staff of Dangote Refinery on this monumental achievement. This is not just a victory for you, but for every Nigerian who dares to dream. May this just be the beginning of even greater things to come. With profound respect and warmest regards, Femi Otedola.
Davakoma VG Edwin, Vice President Oil and Gas of Dangote Group, has revealed that the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) has requested a permanent presence at the Dangote Refinery as part of the crude oil agreement. Edwin revealed this on Thursday during a Twitter Space session organized by Nairametrics. Nigerians are hoping that the production and sale of petrol by the Dangote Refinery would help soften the hardship in the country. Meanwhile, Dangote Refinery has said that it will be forced to export 95 to 97% of its premium motor spirit petrol because of low patronage by marketers in Nigeria. This is as a 650,000 barrels per day indigenous oil firm revealed that only 3 to 5% of petrol marketers are willing to buy its petrol. The Vice President, Oil and Gas at Dangote Industries Limited, disclosed this on Wednesday. He gave insights into the challenges facing the Dangote Refinery and the country's oil and gas sector. Well, Nigeria's petroleum marketers have asked Dangote Refinery to unveil the price of its premium motor spirit petrol to Nigerians. The president of the Product Retail Outlet Owners Association, Billy Gillis Harry, and the president of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, Abubakar Maigandi, stated this on Thursday. The petroleum marketers were reacting to the statement by the Vice President of Dangote Industries Limited that local marketers were boycotting Dangote Refinery petrol, the petrol for imported ones, despite its lower prices. However, Gillis Harry explained that marketers have yet to know the price of Dangote Refinery's petrol, which they claim has lower prices than imported ones. According to him, petroleum marketers in Nigeria are willing to patronize Dangote Refinery's petrol based on fair price. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has revealed that it is negotiating purchase of premium motor spirit petrol with Dangote Refinery ahead of Sunday, September 15, 2024. The spokesperson of NNPCL, Olufemi Soneye, disclosed this on Thursday. NNPCL spokesman clarified that he doesn't believe that the local marketers will boycott a product with lower prices. He stressed that NNPCL is currently negotiating with Dangote Refinery over petrol pricing.